Hey, what's up guys, it's Liam or Weagle on your Overwatch, back with a new video. This week has been probably the craziest week for Overwatch information, with new updates coming out, new maps, new game modes, new information on just about everything. For this video, I have compiled loads of different information that the devs have talked about to streamers such as Loserfruit, Valkyria, Unit Lost, forum posts, all these different types of sources of information for Overwatch, and there is loads of crazy stuff that's coming out that's really not being highlighted, changes to the games and different things. So I've compiled all of that for you guys today. Let me know as always to any of this stuff what you think about it. There is a hell of a list to go through here, guys. The first thing I want to talk about is there is a bit of a change to Doomfist on the PTR once more. This is not confirmed in patch notes, but I've done some testing myself, and when you jump and use Doomfist's fist, it now only seems to go 15 meters rather than 20. However, if you're on the floor the whole time, it still does 20. When I have tested this a few times, it seems like you hit the floor slightly quicker. So basically, you seem to drop quicker when you use this from an elevated position. This is a very slight nerf to him once more. I don't even know if maybe it's a bug that's something to do with another tweak that they're doing. I also tested the hitbox nerf as well, which has been confirmed to just be a little bit OP. It doesn't seem to be rained down as much as the Reinhardt one was, and it will make a difference to his kit for sure. It will make him slightly worse, and we'll just have to see how this plays out when things come along. Now, Mercy has been really talked about since his crazy change on the PTR 2, and Scott Mercer, the principal designer of Overwatch, has confirmed that they will be toning her back before the PTR ends. We know that the pistol will definitely be getting some kind of a nerf when she's in her ultimate form, and if I had to guess, I would say there'll be more changes than that too. The pistol will be getting changed, probably in a way that the rate of fire isn't as good, but she'll still have infinite ammo. As we've explained though, she's insane anyway, and a lot of people are pointing out that some of the stuff she can do, her current mid-fight has gone from where she was pretty useless in a mid-fight to being insane in her ultimate form, and she also still builds that very quickly. So we'll probably be seeing some changes to Mercy this week, I would have thought, with some damage numbers and some cooldown changes, just to see if we can find her in a more realistic place. But if nothing else, it's definitely a fun change and a change in the right direction for Mercy. The devs have also given us some information about the way up between having one-shots in the game, particularly when it comes to skill one-shots or not skill one-shots. They have spoken about how Hanzo and Widow are technically one-shots, and they do take a lot of skill to get out of them, and even though Doomfist is a little bit easier, the raining down that hitbox, as I've already mentioned, to make it not quite so strong. But the comparison between him and Roadhog is one that's thrown around a lot, and I'm also seeing these comparisons between Mercy and Orissa's ult now, and Mercy and Zenyatta's ult, and even Lucio's amp heal. And you have to be careful when making these comparisons, and this is what the devs have said too. You can't necessarily compare one to the other because they last for different amount of times, or they affect a different amount of people, or that hero simply has way less health, or they're not intended to have that purpose in the first place. Roadhog is the best example of this. They always wanted him as a utility tank to drag people in, but he became a lone wolf hero with a one-shot, and he's not a DPS, he's not supposed to be there. They've said to give the Roadhog changes a chance because they're way better than people think they are, and in some situations they think that the new change to him might even be OP. So he will not have the one-shot ability anytime soon, and if they do change him again, it probably won't be in that respect. Something that's really exciting for people that want to look back at their games and get better at the game of Overwatch are also going to be pleased to hear that they are working on a replay system for people to be able to download their demos and watch back their competitive games from all different angles. Now, this is starting smaller, it is still currently being worked on, and should be in some kind of beta version, in the words I'm going to use, when they go to BlizzCon for the professionals to use to all the different points of view, and you can also go back and watch certain plays from different points of view as well. This will hopefully turn into a replay function for all of us to watch, and that is their end goal plan. We do not know how long that's going to take though. It could be sooner or it could be later. Now, competitive points are also getting a change, and even though we know this because there's going to be a 2-month instead of a 3-month season in Season 6, a lot of people haven't realized that you will be getting more points for a win technically. And since there's not much downtime between the competitive seasons now, if you actually start winning a lot of games, technically you'll be earning more points as long as you keep winning. However, aggregate, they want you to be earning about the same. But if you're really good and you keep winning, it's going to work out at more probably. It depends exactly how the numbers are going to work out, and we'll find out more on that when Season 6 drops. We spoke a lot about one tricks recently, performance, skill rating, and all of the different matchmaking issues, and these have been addressed by the developers, and they will be working more towards fixing, if that's the right word, one tricks, but more of the abuse of what people can do. This is quite common, and they are looking to address it so that not only is flexing a way to rank up good as well, but also so that people are more incentivized to make flex picks because it's more about the win. These adjustments will keep getting changed, and if eventually they never work out, it will be a win-loss system. However, they're still pretty happy with how the current SR system works, so hopefully we get some kind of a hybrid middle ground where it's more about winning and more about flex picking, but also we still want to play our mains, right? And I think the devs understand that, so we're trying to find a weird middle ground, and we will find it, guys. They will find it eventually, and some of these tweaks will be going through with Season 6 and so on and so forth until we get that right place. Just a bit of general information here. There are, of course, more heroes, more maps, more events, and more game modes being worked on. I think that's pretty obvious, but they're also taking a look at Capture the Flag again to see if they can get it to a place where maybe it's competitive or at least a little bit more playable, because I don't think a lot of people are playing that game mode currently. Something that we knew they were working on, but we didn't know exactly how they were going to go about it, is the spectator system as for Overwatch as an esport, and it looks like the direction they're going to be going in is with red and blue always be red attack, blue defending, and simply people just swap over the names so you know who's on either side. Sounds simple, right? And that's what they're going to be going with. But even further than that, something they're thinking about and hinted very heavily, not only with his facial expression but his wording, Scott, the principal designer of Overwatch, seems to think that they are going to be looking to make all heroes have like a blue and a red skin for competitive mode. So the skins will actually change color depending on the team. This probably won't be in competitive online, but will be more of a pro level thing. They've also said they're working more towards, and they definitely have in mind, a vision for people to be able to represent their favorite pro teams from the Overwatch League onto their characters. So this could be logos, skins, weapons. We don't know exactly, and they don't either, but it's in their mind and definitely something that they're working to put out sometime in the future. A slight little note about the report system. They've also said that people that have been banned in multiple seasons are going to be banned permanently. So if you're being banned because you've been behaving badly, then you need to be careful in the coming seasons. They've also mentioned things like hero kit pickups for team deathmatch modes and upcoming modes that they have been looking at but are not necessarily going to do. This would mean maybe you're playing Mercy but you pick up Farah's rocket for 5 seconds or something in that nature. Just some cool customization and stuff that might be coming in the future for some of the more banterous game modes. Sombra EMP charge rate has also been looked at, but I don't think they're going to change it. It turns out that Sombra's really good on certain maps like Second Point and Anubis, and some people saying OP. However, some other heroes are really strong on certain points, like Widow is always picked on King's Row first point for an example, and they're happy to have certain heroes be used for certain maps because then that means there are multiple metas, as we've explained before, not only among certain ranks but among certain maps, and even sometimes certain stages in a map, like Widow is not necessarily as good. Second Point, King's Row, depending on the angles that you can take or the enemy deny from you. So Sombra shouldn't be getting nerfed or anything. That's just something that they are keeping in mind for the future. There's only a couple more things left. One of them is that placements may even be removed from the game entirely because at the minute they're not really serving a purpose. You will only do placements in the future if you are someone that has never done placements before. This system isn't in place, but it is something they're thinking about. So Season 6 and 7 will probably still do our placements, but they've even said that they don't actually do a lot anymore, only for the people that initially want to place and play the game. So we may see them removed entirely sometime in the future as well. And finally, spectating contenders in client or spectating your friends may be something that they're looking at in the future. Again, the similar thing to the replay system, they're going to try to implement this so you can spectate pros in the contenders or some kind of pro event that's going on. Then eventually you may be able to do it with your friends, but there are some security issues there too. So there's like a million changes either definitely coming or are being worked on or maybe coming in the future. The new motto is never say never, because they never thought they'd have deathmatch, and here we are. Everyone's playing it, everyone's loving it, and we may even be getting a competitive version of it sometime in the future. So guys, let me know what you think. There's so many changes going on, but whatever your favorite one is, let me know your opinion on it in the comment section down below. Be sure to check out our Twitter and our Discord, and don't forget to hit that bell icon so you guys get notified when our videos go live. Be sure to drop a like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and have a great day as always. Take care and peace, people.